What would you do if you suddenly became homeless? Would you go to a homeless shelter? Would you phone a friend or family? Here's how I became homeless and how I survived it. All it takes is the right mindset. When I first became homeless, there's one thing that I learned that I didn't realize. It happened when me and my sister got in this argument over cleaning up in the house, and honestly, I didn't want to do it because I felt like it was unfair. She had two kids and they were always messing up the house. It was almost like, sweeping up a Phoenix sidewalk in the middle of summer. But the problem is, I just didn't want to clean. And so I used up any little money I had to get a U-Haul because I knew I could probably live in a U-Haul and sleep in the back if I got a mattress. And in my frustration-filled mindset, I learned one of the most valuable things that day: the I can attitude. So I hit the water, not knowing how to swim. I had to die or adapt. And so I needed a constant flow of money, which I figured out I could use a U-Haul and live by whichever job I took with the temp agency at the time. And the U-Haul basically cost the same as a studio apartment. I used Planet Fitnesses to shower and to work out at, so it was a little bit serendipitous. I was getting healthier and sharper. So I wasn't always gonna have access to a restroom. And my solution was getting a bucket I could just pee in whenever I can. And so one day I was coming to the end of my U-Haul rental contract, and I was gonna renew it. But first I wanted to go to Quick Trip and drop off my stuff in storage. And so I was on my way to Quick Trip, and the turn snuck up on me to turn into Quick Trip. And I turned a little too fast with my whole setup in the back. I had my bed, my clothes, and the bucket of pee back there. After that, I got gowns where I could put a cap on and to avoid that spilling incident. And situations like this, you have to adapt fast. But you're still missing one more thing. You see, when you're adapting, you need the ability to weather these harsh circumstances. When you walk in a blizzard, you're not walking because you're warm, you're walking out of your willpower, out of your strength. And so after that bucket spilled and soaked my bed covering over my memory foam mattress, I had to take the bed covering off. And I didn't know this until that day, but apparently these memory foam mattresses are manufactured with a real thin lining of fiberglass, which is kind of weird. I don't know. And so I was incredibly itchy and breathing in fiberglass for like a week or two. Not too long after that, I got kicked out of a Walmart parking lot. And my grandmother even told me that I couldn't go over to her house. So this was a perfect storm, a perfect soup full of disaster, right? So this was a trying moment for me. Here you either choose two things: you let life swing on you, or you swing back harder. And I chose the latter because I know what I deserve, and I know who I am, and I know I have the power to create and make things happen. I want to be the guy who defied the odds and became better and stronger for it, all on my own terms and all on my own abilities and power. And this mindset fueled my indomitable spirit to keep pushing forward. So in the end, my mother ended up letting me stay on her couch for a while. I could have kept doing what I was doing because I had like 1,000 saved up, so I was doing pretty decent for myself. But it was nice to have company and a roof over my head. But I would say my experience was serendipitous, because I had learned a lot about myself and how strong I am. And I created this new attitude, which I call the homeless attitude. So now I ask you guys, what will you do when it's your turn to brave the unknown by yourself?